again, today marks the final for MDRT FB Live, which ran for 21 days. We have with us industry stalwarts. I call them the movers and shakers of the agency force, our three platinum sponsors. Now, first we have on the list is Mr. Leong Chee, the Chief Agency Distribution Officer, AIA Malaysia. And we have Mr. Hean, Chief Sales Officer, Allianz Malaysia. Unable to attend due to unforeseen circumstances is Mr. Chee, the General Manager, Agency Distribution, Prudential. He sends us his warmest regards. And of course, we have the man responsible for the 21 days marathon session, our own MDRT country chair, Mr. Lim Ren En. And to start with, gentlemen, thank you for coming on our show. Despite the busy schedule, you have made time, and we really appreciate that. Just to let you know that our agency force has always been thinking and always been of the thought that being advisors, they are more busy. They've got a lot of things which they've never done before, and we all know that this is the incident, lockdown, MCO that never happened in our lives before. You two gentlemen have been in the industry for very long and have gone through various recessions and have brought our agency force to new heights. Now, can you please share with us what would your challenges be, or what is your challenges under this MCO period, that under this winter period for yourself as leading the agencies? We start with Mr. Leong.
Thanks, Mohan. Hi, good morning, everyone. Once again, thank you so much, MCC, to organize this platform and also inviting me to share some of my thoughts. Thanks Mohan and Ren En to coordinating all this. Thank you so much. Yeah, Mohan, you're right. This is something that a very big challenge for everyone here in Malaysia in view of the MCO. For me personally, I think for many years, Malaysia agency force, or rather our business, is so face to face. So every day, agency is meeting with people to sell or to recruit. Our selling process and our recruitment process is done through a face to face. In this challenging moment, whereby we can't meet a person face to face, here there is a challenge. Despite the agency want to be like, for instance, want to become an MDRT, how to continue to meeting people. And I think that is a big challenge to a lot of people, how to actually continue their selling process, continue their recruitment process without face to face. That's one. Second challenge for me is just like when this MCO and a lot of uncertainty surrounding a lot of people, whereby not easy to sell a policy and not easy to recruit a person. All right. So as a company, as a management staff of the company, what I see this, they always both sides of the coin. It's also seeing that there is opportunity surrounding these. Knowing the challenge, can't do face to face, and I think what I urge the agency force to do is just like thinking a new way of working to connect the customer, to connect the potential recruits to a various technology and digital tool. I think for me, it's just like if we committed and we focus on what we are doing, and nothing can stop us. So for AIA here, we have done a lot to roll out a lot of new way of working, just to ensure our agency members stay active and stay productive. My main challenge is just like during a short period of time, how to get all these things to actually go live. There is a big challenge, and that is really, we need a big team to really look into how to ensure we continue support the agency force. I mean, if you ask me the question about my own challenge, is just like, we know what are we doing now, how to get into the agency force. So there's one challenge. Secondly, it's just like how fast and how quick can the agency member adopt to the new way of working, I think that is a real challenge for me right now. Back to you, Mohan.
Thank you, Mr. Leong. Mr. Ong, what is your view of this? How are you treating MCO from your side?
Okay, good morning. Thanks for having me. I guess this challenge, I think there are many, but if you were to ask me what is the most crucial, I would say that during this very difficult time, challenging time, how to make sure that the agents remain positive, okay, and remain looking forward to this business as a very hopeful business. I think that would be the one of the biggest challenge, because people tend to be worried, people tend to be pessimistic. So how do we get them going? By continue to look at things from the positive perspective, keep on making themselves busy. I think that to me is probably one of the biggest challenge, which is how to keep my agent remain positive so that they continue to look forward to. Secondly, I think the biggest challenge, of course, is how do we help our agents to get to their customers, how to continue to serve their customers, how to get our agents to continue to kind of like send their message across to their policyholders about the importance of life insurance, and even how to do their job easier, how to make the whole process simpler enough for our agents to be able to get to their customers as convenient or as normal as like compared to the regular time. So these are all the challenging things that we face, but I guess we human beings is on top of everything else. I'm sure that we will always be able to find a solution. So I think so far so good. I think this challenge remains a challenge, but I'm sure that we will be able to overcome it.
Thank you, Mr. Ong. That's good. Mr. Ong, since you are on this line, since you just mentioned this, I just want to ask you, what advice do you have, methods and strategies that will help our agency force to be more productive post MCO? So what are they supposed to do? What is your advice to them? What to do for now so that they have a better future once MCO is over?
I have been talking to my agency force. Also, thanks to all this technology, I've been able to almost talk to them every day, either on a big scale or on a small scale. Now, the one very important message that I've been sending to my people is let us accept the fact that during this period of time is not easy and it is not as convenient. Okay, we're not able to go out, we're not going to meet our customer face to face. Let us accept it and let us admit that it is not easy. All right, but at the same time, it is not the end of the world. It is not like there's nothing else that we can do. So my advice to our people is that let's make use of this point of time to stay fit. Stay fit meaning that not only we want to stay fit physically, but I think also stay fit mentally, and so stay fit in terms of our readiness. Like if you cannot go out face to face, at least what you can do is to keep in touch with the customers, do the policy review online, and try to stay in touch, care and concern for your customers, whatever. So what we do is more like we are planting seeds. We are planting the seeds, building the relationship, giving the care and concern, so that the customer feel like we are on the outside, we are caring for them. So these are all like a planting process that while we do all this, we are enhancing our relationship with them. And of course, I'm sure that every company come up with our own way of all this doing remote sales, but sometimes I also told the people that the efficiency of doing this definitely is not as good as if you were to do it on the face-to-face basis, right? So let us admit it. But what we can do, at least as I say, we stay fit by what? By building the relationship, by planting the seed, so that I tell the people, get ready. The moment that this whole thing is over, whether it is going to be end of this month or whatever announcement made by the government, let us be ready. So that the day the MCO is over, because of the relationship that we have built, because of the trust that we have built over this period of time through constant interaction, I think we will be able to just go out there harvesting our effort by closing a lot of sales, which we have actually already planted the seeds during this period of time. So I think this is something that I think the agents can control, can do. So let us not worry so much about things that we cannot control, make good of it, and try to do whatever we can, and then get ourselves ready. So the word that I use, is to let us stay fit during this period of time to get ready for the better time to come. All right. So I think that is the one of the most major message that I've been sending to my people.
Oh, excellent advice. That's good. Mr. Leong, what's your take on this?
The way I look at it is just like, let me just rephrase the question a bit. I don't think that, right, what should we do post MCO? For me, just like, what should the agent do during the MCO and post MCO? And for me, when everyone stay at home, as an agent, as an agency man force, you have a role to play. Right? We all have the role to play. We all protecting, provide coverage and protecting a person, protecting a Malaysian, protecting a family member. This is a good time for everyone as agency members of Malaysia. We should actually review the customer, our existing customer, existing coverage, because this is the time. No one will say no to protection, and no one will say no, right, to insurance. Suddenly, they realize that how important is the insurance coverage. And in this time, everyone stay at home, and it's easier, for everyone to get into everyone so fast, right? So because they stay at home, you can actually talk to them as and when you like. I look at it. The agency members should doing a lot of policy review activity right now to review, because actually for me, from the report, from the statistic, most of the Malaysian is not actually, they didn't have enough coverage. So that is a fact. And most of them maybe only have one policy with them. Some of them don't even have the policy coverage. And for me, the agency member, number one, should constantly review the policy. Secondly, to recommend the right policy, because at this moment, I think how we recommend a product is very, very key. No one will actually talk to you about their saving and retirement. They talk about protection. I think to look into what kind of right product we can actually offer to the customer, so that is key. And immediately after post MCO, whether the business will back to BAU so fast, I think is a lot of uncertainty there. And for me, it's just like, if the agent is continue doing what he's supposed to do right now, even though post MCO, he will continue to do well, right? So of course, staying at home and doing nothing is not the thing that I think the agent should do. The agent should continue doing the agent job. This is the best time to connect the customer. This is the best time to do policy review. This is the best time to recommend, right, the right product to the customer. And for me, when we do this job, do this thing right, and I think nothing can stop us to still actually pursue our goal when all this thing is over. Yeah.
Okay, good. Mr. Ong, coming back to you.
Sure.
What is your view on what lies ahead for the agency force after the MCO? Yeah, I mean, your boy and gentlemen told them, what to do during the MCO period now. So what is your picture of the agency force after post MCO?
Well, I think let us admit that things will be different after this pandemic. Everybody's way of looking at things, looking at life, definitely will be slightly different from what we used to be. So I think from this crisis, we can see two trends developing. Number one, I guess most of us learned the importance of technology. Okay, and I think over the last couple of years, I've been seeing the whole industry, every insurance company talk about digitalizing, the way we do our job, the way we serve our customers, and putting a lot of resources into it. And now it is proving that it is paying off. Because if without all this, I guess there will be no sales coming in during this period of time. But obviously, from what I know from my friends throughout the whole industry, including Allianz, is that our agents has been out there continuing serving the customers, providing the protection. Why? Because of the technology that we have put in place. So obviously, people realize the importance of technology, and obviously we also realize that there are so much more that we can do making full use of technology. So technology is not here to replace people, but it's here to make people more effective. In our case, it's here to make our agents more effective in serving our customers, and it's not there, to replace agents as what many agents have been feeling, which I don't think it will be the case. So I think technology will be, it tells our agents that, moving forward, let's be technology savvy, let's be open to this, don't use any excuses, or I'm being old, I don't understand English, so all this technology thing is not my cup of tea, whatever, let's cut off, all those excuses, and be open about learning how to make use of technology. So I think that's one thing that you can see that after this pandemic, it become even more important. In fact, many people are even asking whether whatever thing that we use now, would it be continued even after the crisis is over? So I'm sure the answer is definitely positive, from all the insurance companies. So there's one trend that we can expect. That's number one. Number two, with this, as Leong mentioned just now, this is the time where people start realizing how important protection is in terms of how we should protect our income. Well, as compared to like in the past, if we have a priority, obviously now protections rank on top against other things, which is nice to have, or maybe once you get the protection, you start thinking about saving or everything else. So the way insurance product is being designed, or even to be launched by the insurance company, I think that priority may change a little bit. I see the trend of moving a bit more towards protections, insurance, and also like how to protect people income during this time where many people lose their income, right? So I guess these are the two trends that I see coming after this whole thing. But there will be many more things that I can see happening after this, because the way we do the business, the way even the customers bought many things. Now all of us buying things online. So after this one, probably many people will find it's not so difficult in buy things online. So then how would insurance company think? How do you combine the convenience of technology, but at the same time using the personal touch of the insurance agents, that these two things combined together, that we will help the agents to be able to serve the customer better using the personal touch and also the technology. So I guess that is going to be another trend and probably another big question that all insurance companies should be thinking about.
Well, hold on, Mr. Ong. So let me just ask you another simple question. Sure. Do you think there is a future in this industry? And do you think that many people are being laid off? Do you think that there's also a big opening for people to come and join us? What is your view of this industry moving forward after this MCO?
In fact, I've been telling my people that there is always a two sides of the coin. And when, as some wise men say, there's every reason for anything that happens. So obviously for this, I am actually quite positive in seeing that it proved one thing, that during this period of time where many businesses have closed down, have halted their production, but every insurance company is operating. The renewal premium continues to come in. We continue to provide protection to the people. So insurance company is fortunate to be the few business which is operating in a normal way. That's number one. Number two, the agents are also very fortunate to be able to be in the position to continue doing their job and maybe to a certain extent continue to earn income. So we are fortunate. How many people are actually enjoying our business. So I think that is spells the opportunity that many people that I know from other industry, they have called me to ask me, whether there's any opportunity in the insurance company, whatever. Obviously, this is a time where many other businesses actually look to insurance business as an opportunity. So I think from that perspective, actually it is a good way for us to get more people to involve in this business, because obviously people will start seeing, how we can live through this period of time without much stress. So I think it spells opportunity for us, and more people will be able to come and join. So let us look at it from the positive perspective that I guess after this one, more people will realize how important it is to be in this business, to be able to help more people. So I am actually very positive that more people, because of this, will end up joining this insurance. And also another thing is that I do believe that after this period of time, I think you can see that many other business may change the way they do things. But one thing that they cannot change is always how insurance agents serve our customer on the personal touch level. That I think is something that even AI in another 50 to 100 years will never be able to replace human being. Why? Just like, guys, you don't want your haircut to be done by a machine. Okay, like a foot massage, you probably never want a machine, because those are the things that you need the kind of human feeling to do it. So I think life insurance is the same in that level. That you need the kind of personal touch, the personal empathy, the feeling, to be able. So I tell the people, never worry about you being replaced by AI as long as you do a good job in serving your customers. Life insurance agents can never be replaced. So let us look forward to the future. There's going to be a brighter future. And I think, for the fact that we cannot be replaced, that spell opportunity for all of us. So good luck, guys. Let's be positive and look forward to the very beautiful future for the life insurance business.
I agree with you, Mr. Ong, because I've been in business for more than 30 years.
Yes.
I believe that our insurance business is a high-touch business, not a high-tech business. So as long as we are holding this high-touch stuff, then things will go okay. Mr. Leong, what's your view on the same question?
Yeah, I think thanks Ong. Quite similar view. For me, after the MCO, after all these things, how I look at the whole industry. While I think I seen everyone is embraced into the digital tool technology, to do recruitment, to do selling, and I guess, right, like it or not, everyone have to go into that. For those who actively in social media, I think that is a good opportunity for us to connect people, to engage people, and for us to generate a lot of leads. So now I can see a lot of agency, right, able to generate a lot of leads, both for recruitment and selling through the social media. I think if you compare with some other country whereby they will be very advanced into technology, I think that we're still in the learning. But I think I can see the positive side of it. And for me, I'm very, very positive, because the agent will never tell me that, right, no matter how hard I work, I only can reach out to X number of people per day. So now with technology, technically you save a lot of traveling time. You can meet double of the people that you used to meet, right? You can talk to the double of the people that you used to talk to. So for me, speed, when all this over, the digital technology definitely will help to support how we do our business. And most importantly, I think to add on to what Ong has said, right, it's about professional. If you are professional enough in this insurance industry, no one can replace you. And the technology and digital is just a tool to support and help you to do your job. And right, when someone asks me whether the technology can replace my job, I think for me, if you're not professional enough, then right, the machine will replace you. Right, there's something that machine cannot work. Right, like right, there's something that machine cannot replace you. Whether you can be replaced by machine, I think that is the question to yourself: how relevant you are, how professional you are when you conduct the pieces, when you do recruitment, when you do sales, right? And the other thing for me is just like agree with, definitely the insurance industry in Malaysia in terms of the product offering, definitely there will be a change. Definitely, the focus will be shift, because in view of this, and I think I always think about this, right, for long, Malaysia would like to increase the penetration rate. I think I look at it, this is the great opportunity whereby general public realize how important is insurance, and that's able us to actually sell more. At the same time, I think if I read it correctly, there are a lot of saying that there are about more than 2 million people, the job is at risk. So I tend to agree that, for the agency force, you are earning the renewal commission, at least after MCO, you don't have to worry whether you still have a job to do, that is a thing that, right, a lot of people is actually admire the agency force right now, because people are talking about whether I still got a job. And for me, the insurance company is still paying commission, the renewal commission to our existing agency force. I think that is a very, very good sign. And I can foresee that recruitment will be another big opportunity for us, just like how we actually do it right. How can we recruit a full-time career agent? So that will be the key success factor. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I'm feeling happy because I know that I can still continue working. I still have a job.
You can do it for another
Don't worry
100
about it.
years.
You can do
No
another
problem.
100 years. So that's very comforting. Despite hearing that there may be 2 million jobs being lost, and we are still looking forward to this career that we still have a lot of work to do despite 2 million. Maybe our industry can contribute to the economy of this country by getting these people, some of them, to come in and join our industry. Now that brings me to the next question, guys. There have been questions even asked by my clients. They are saying that the emerging risk in the global insurance industry, especially risking pandemic risk. How will the insurance companies tackle this? Basically, what I'm trying to say is, what about the big claims that might come following this COVID-19 issue? How are the companies prepared for such claims? Mr. Ong, can you answer that first?
Well, I guess that is an inevitable situation that we all will have to face. So insurance company is in the business of managing risk, all right? But we manage the risk through what? Through many people sharing the risk. So given the fact that due to this crisis, I think everybody feel that death is never closer to us than before. Never closer due to it, because no one knows, how you can get contracted, under what circumstances, no one knows, because it seems that it just can happen in any way that you cannot imagine. So I think this is the fact that we all have to recognize. So I think we all have to be very realistic about this whole thing. Insurance company is the one who gather everybody to share the risk, so that we can help the people, who is unfortunate to be in a dire position. And people are paying the premium, so that you can be part of this risk sharing mechanism. So I guess what will happen is due to this, to be very frank, I think I wouldn't be surprised that because of this, the premium in general may go up according to the actuary perspective of risk and so-called benefit perspective. So I think that may happen. But again, as I say, people should not really worry so much about that, because the other side of the coin is that if because of increase of premium, I want to give up my insurance, I think that probably will be an even bigger mistake or even bigger risk to your family. All right.
Yeah.
So it's just like nowadays, if the hospital want to increase the price, for somehow we say we don't want. So somehow we disallow them to do so, then they cannot earn enough of so-called revenue to sustain the business. They close down. So when they close down, who is going to suffer? People who need the hospital service. So this is a balance things that all parties need to come in, compromise, and understand it. From the perspective of for the bigger good, we need to work together. So somehow all parties need to compromise. So I think insurance company will continue to play the role of providing that so-called umbrella to protect people. But then consumers will probably also need to do their part to support that. So then we need to find a balance of how are we going to balance the increase in terms of premium and also probably the protection. That's something I had to be candid to say that I wouldn't be surprised that this will happen. I think not only just in Malaysia, but I guess probably throughout the whole world. In fact, I think that in some country probably even will be more severe than Malaysia. You look at the situation like in Europe, in US, so that's probably going to be the risk that insurance company will have to face. Other than that, I really don't see much of a issue. I think insurance business as a whole still remain very positive. So if that part can be taken care of, insurance is a company is an expert in managing risk. So all our customers should take heart, that they have put their money with all the insurance company, especially I think here in Malaysia, we are under a very good governance of the Bank Negara, which is very strict in terms of our solvency, in terms of our claim ability, whatever. So I think every Malaysian in Malaysia should feel good about you having a policy with any insurance company in Malaysia, because I think we have got a very strict governance under the Bank Negara. So I think Malaysia's insurance business, I think, is actually very okay, very solid. And even during this period of time, I can see that most insurance company is not really so greatly affected in terms of the operation, but maybe in terms of our investment return, all this due to all the big enrollment, there could be a risk, right? All the market crashing, whatever, but God knows, it could be also a good opportunity, to make the right decision to go in as well. So everything, there's always a two sides of the coin, depends on how we handle it, and then how do we balance the whole situation. So the risk basically, I think, is manageable. I personally believe in that.
Okay, Mr. Wong, just one rapid fire question, just one question. Is it a sunrise industry or sunset industry?
Oh, it will be always sunrise, I think it will be sunrise that you can never see the end of it. So like, insurance business is just like, the earth stop moving that you can never see the sunset.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Leong, what's your take on this question?
Well, I think maybe let's put as an example, when this COVID-19 actually outbreak in Malaysia, I think as an industry, we actually coming together, and I think you can see that most of the insurance company have provide COVID-19 extra coverage. So that is a very strong, signal or message to all the Malaysian. When the thing started, a lot of people ask a question, whether COVID-19 is covered. I think as an industry, as what Ong has said, this is something that, unknown. But I think as an industry, and everyone actually come together and we agreed, right? So it will be covered, and not only that, and we actually provide additional coverage, right? Without, some of the policyholder were saying that, right, in my policy, this thing is not covered. I think most of the insurance company covered that. I think that you can see, Mohan, for me, insurance company is in that role to cover, to protect people. We are not using that excuse for not paying, when the genuine claim actually come in, right? And I foresee that, right, a lot of uncertainty moving forward. But again, I think there will be a lot of innovative or innovation will happen in our product roadmap. Right? So I can foresee that, the both product side and actually will actually working very hard to see how to actually launch or come out with a lot of innovative kind of protection, this and that. I think that is something that, right, to answer maybe the question you asked, whether it's sunrise or sunset, because when the product, when we keep innovating our different type of product, right, definitely, this insurance industry, it will be a sunrise, because we still need the agency force to engage the customer, all right, to buy a new product, right? So for me, I'm pretty confident. No one will know moving forward, but again, one thing rest assured, the insurance company here is to help, is to support, and is to take the risk off from someone, right? We are not saying that we are not covered and this and that, right? So that is my view on that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I mean, both of you have given us some good hope that despite the whatever IT, no matter how much you go on IT, it's still going to be a high-tech business, and people will still need people in our business. So it's the sunshine industry. That's fantastic. Now, guys, a little bit on MDRT membership. You see, under the leadership of Reverend Earn, the numbers of MDRT has gone to more than 1,200 members. I'm not sure exact one, remember. Let us know later. But it's just fantastic. We owe this thank you to all of you guys, leaders like you, who have been helping us to come up to these professional standards. Now, what are your views, Mr. Ong, of Malaysia MDRT members? How can they play an important role in this industry?
Okay, first of all, I think you guys have been doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
That's why Allianz is very proud and happy to be the main sponsor for this year event.
Thank you. Please keep coming.
Yeah, because of seeing all these wonderful things that you've been doing, But I think yes, I don't think I really can give you any more better so-called advice, because I think the main thing about MDRT Malaysia is, of course, try to get more people to be MDRT. Not only, I think MDRT is not just about being MDRT, it's about what comes after being MDRT. It's about we being a better person, the love for the community, the kindness, to help people. I think that's more than just the premium and also the income, the lifestyle. So that is what I see to be something very valuable in MDRT. It's not just about money, it's just not about protection. Just that when I have the chance to attend the MDRT, obviously we don't talk about sales all the time, we don't talk about money all the time, but rather we talk about life, we talk about how to be a better person, we talk about kindness, we talk about love. That is something where I think, set a very high standard. So I think Allianz, MDRT Malaysia, I think just continue with your good job, because I think especially this year, when I heard from Brendan about what the MDRT days are supposed to be, given the new format that you try to change, I think that was it is a very brilliant idea. That's why I was very happy to get the company to be involved and to be your sponsor. So a good job. Just continue doing that. And as and when we have any good idea that we think we will be able to provide, I will call you and call Ren and share with you about our top up. I think so far so good, So just keep on doing what you are doing. And thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Mr. Ong. Mr. Leong, what are your views of Malaysia MDRT members? How can they play an important role for this industry?
Yeah, I think thanks both Mohan and Rendan. One is the past chair, one is the current chair, right? So I think if I would like to compare the MCC for Malaysia and the other country, and I think MCC in Malaysia have actually done a lot, compared with other country, So I am very happy to see that Malaysia's MCC have done. Really, you have done a lot of things for Malaysia, for Malaysian. Of course, you and us have a same common goal. We would like to actually have more, produce more MDRT, and that, right? AIA stand. So this is, AIA would like to take MDRT as our minimum standard when we are AIA agency force. So I'm very pleased and happy that what's all the thing, activity, workshop, and all those idea that MCC have done so far. And I agree with Ong. Sometimes when you reach an MDRT status, right, it's not about your income. It's about the role you play, into this society, this community, right? How you actually do well. Not only that, how you actually encourage and how you actually motivate others to do well as well, Because for me, just like when everything, everyone actually embrace the kind of thinking, and the insurance industry in Malaysia will become better and better, and we become more professional. And for me, my definition of MDRT, besides to be a better person, I view that MDRT is a group of people that is very professional, doing the right thing, right, with the right people, and that is something that I'm sure Ong will agree with me. This is all the insurance company would like to have, because we like to work with a group of professional people and really committed and focus into the area that we are doing, because we would like to provide more protection. We have a lot of for me a thing to do, because we need to increase the penetration rate for Malaysia, and we need to cover as many Malaysian as we can. All right, so I think MDRT is uphold this standard. I think that's how I look at the MDRT. But last but not least, I really want to say thanks to MCC doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Continue promote, and I think the number of MDRT we have in Malaysia, I think is still not that great yet. Right? Look like we have more work to do to make sure that we have more MDRT qualifier. I think we are growing, but I think with your hard work, I can see that year after year we have more and more. Right.
All right. Thank you. Now, before I go to the main person, our country chair, Limran, and I just want to let those viewers that if you have any questions for these two gentlemen or for Limran, and we appreciate if you can write your questions now so that we'll be able to answer, pick up some of the questions. Okay. While we wait for your questions to come in, let me just go to Limran, our MDRT Malaysia country chair. Now, let me tell you this: this man has turned MDRT MCC Malaysia to just something out of this world. He has done something which previous country chairs have never done. I guess
you.
His
Thank you.
IT and the hard work and his team. He has got a fabulous MCC team. I think one of the best in the world that we ever have. And I would like to congratulate Leong and MCC for doing a wonderful job. Now, thank you, Renan, for organizing the 21 days marathon idea sharing. Now, what are the possible ways your MDRT MCC can further help members in Malaysia?
So the MDRT Malaysia initiative has always been to receive, one must give. Our core values of MDRT has always been that. To receive, one must give. So that's a way that we are giving back to the industry. And we believe that MDRT as the premier life agent and life professionals association in the world, we should stand up and stand out at this time, at these trying times, to actually shine for the people, shine for our industry, and shine for MDRT. So that's what we are standing for. That's why we are doing so much effort in education, in delivering ideas, and in engaging our people daily. So when we had the MCC meeting, some of my MCC was asking me, are we going to rest on Saturday, Sundays? I say absolutely no, because Saturday, Sundays feels like the same during MCC. It feels like a working day. So we did 21 days, and we're going to give it a bit of a break now. Let's have a meeting this afternoon and see what we're going to do. But the initiation of MDRT to further enhance the industry is that we have actually 3 platforms that you can actually come in and take ideas and methods for free. The first platform that we're providing all insurance agents and all life planners and all life professionals is the MDRT Facebook page. There you get daily quotes. Once you like us and join us, you get daily quotes, you get videos, you get everything, absolutely all FOC. And even all our Facebook Live is all recorded here at the, at the MDRT Malaysia Facebook page. The second channel that we are providing absolutely free is actually our YouTube channel. In our YouTube channel, we have more than 200 videos ready for you to view. And these are all archives of 8 years of MDRT Day being curated, subtitled, and being cut into bite-sized 3-5 minutes that you can actually use. So I will encourage all live professional and live agents to actually come in, pick whatever topic you want to learn, and learn it on the go. You don't have to really sit down in the toilet to read it or what. You can actually read and learn and actually listen to all these talks on MDRT Day in your car when you're having the jam. So that is one thing. Subscribe to MDRT Malaysia YouTube channel and learn. So the third channel is that we have an email listing, an active email listing, which is about now it's about 5,000 people actually join us. So that will actually gives you information. When we get from HQ, we will send it to you. So MDRT World, which is the HQ, the headquarters, serves the benefits of MDRT members only. They don't serve aspirant, they don't serve non-members. But it is the job of the local chapter like MDRT Malaysia to serve members and aspiring members. It is our job, my job, and my team's job to inspire more young people, more non-members, more aspiring members to come up the ranks and be MDRT. And like what our team is, to be the better version of you. So that is the 3 initiatives we are doing. And we have MDRT First Timer, which is going to go virtual soon, hopefully. And of course, the best insurance forum in Asia. I cannot say the world. The best insurance forum in Asia. MDRT Malaysia. Malaysia MDRT Day 2020. And I would like to thank our sponsors who are sitting with us, AIA, Allianz, and Prudential, who actually stand firm with us and willing to be our platinum sponsors for all these events. Back to you, Mohan.
Okay. Renan, can you please tell us this 21 days marathon sharing of MDRT ideas? What was the viewership? What was the readership? And what was the comments that we got?
That is fantastically amazing. Okay, let's give you some records that we have had. We have 1.1 million minutes viewed on these 21 days. 1.1 million minutes viewed on these 21 days. We have over 110,000 people viewed our videos until currently. On average, our speakers will get about 8 to 11,000 views. One of our lady speaker garnered about 30,000 views. She was so popular, you know. Right? So if you look at our stats, is that people are engaging, and if you look at a 3-second view range, means the guy comes in 3 seconds and left, means this guy is not interested. These are people who is on the net surfing or something. They are less than 3%. They are less than 3%. Means our average views of our Facebook Insight videos is 56%. Means 56% people actually view half. The median people actually view more than half of the content that is being aired, which is about 25 minutes, amazingly. And to get that numbers on Facebook is quite impossible. To get 25 minutes of full attention on an average of any viewers is quite impossible. So, and I think we have done well because we have delivered content to our people. And I always believe that to do well, I think we need to give whatever they want. And in returns, people will support what you do. So, amazingly, we have gained, or we have tripled our Facebook followings from 5,000 before we started the thing, the Facebook FB Live, to 16,000 as of today.
Wow.
Now we have 16,000. We are the biggest Facebook page outside MDRT HQ now. Even India doesn't have so much. India have 5,000 followers on their official Facebook account. We have 16,000. HQ has 35,000. Of course, they are HQ. So I think we are being very relevant to people now, you know. So another good thing is this Malaysia MDRT. Malaysia MDRT has grown more than 35% year on year on our membership. We were 1,370 last year. This year we had 1,930. Thank you.
I applaud you guys.
Yes, I have to applaud the sponsors as well. They grew the most. The sponsors, the platinum sponsors grew the most. That three companies grew the most. So and thank you very much for nurturing more MDRTs. But the part that we can still grow is because we are only about 1.4% of our agency force are MDRT members, which is very much shy from the 4.5% at an average standard that the industry should have. So I think we can still grow. We can still grow to about 10,000, maybe probably to about 7,000 to 8,000 membership compared to our population size. So to tell you all the truth, Malaysia MDRT, MDRT Malaysia are focused to help companies to grow your agency force to a professional standard. And we are actually offering you at this moment, all the companies, virtual speakers. If you want us to speak at your platform, you can send us an official invitation. We will send, or we will try to get a MDRT speaker to speak at your platform during this MCO period, which we're going to do another 14, 15 days. So I think most companies should take this opportunity and engage us, and let's see what we can do for you.
Okay, Lemranan, one more question. You were talking about virtual meetings. This year, our MDRT annual meeting is going virtual for the first time in the history of MDRT. Is there anything you would like to share with our members? Any information that you have?
So the virtual meetings is going on, and I think it's going to be exciting because I'm going to be exciting to look at this virtual thing. Now, number one is that the fees of joining a meeting is from 995 USD. Now the virtual meeting is only 149 USD. Wow. So it has gone down by 7 times, around there, right? So at 149 US dollars, which is about 600 ringgit, I think some of the locals the local speaker trainer session is more expensive than $600. So if you're an MDRT member, you should join $149 for this. All right. So it's gonna be virtual. They're gonna tell us the the information as soon as possible. And I will urge all MDRT qualifiers, if you are an MDRT member and you have not registered your MDRT qualification, I will urge you to please register right now. Why? Because if you register this year, you're automatic a member next year. So there's this, a grace period.
Window period.
Yes, a window period that MDRT gives because of the pandemic. That if you're MDRT this year or 2019, you'll be automatic an MDRT member next year. But yet
I
again,
understand they waived the $200 fees, late fees.
yes, they have waived the $200 late fees, so you can register at $550 at any time until year end. Now, I also know the concerns of companies that if you take away that, qualification numbers and give automatic qualification to the members, what will happen to production? Bear in mind that I think the companies can still set standards within your company boundaries, but MDRT is doing their best to actually keep their members in line. As you know, like places like Europe, US, they are totally shut down because they can't do non-face-to-face signing yet, So those companies are totally shut down. But I think as MDRT, we are still very much engaged to encourage agents to actually build on this. Now, the other thing that will happen is that the qualification of MDRT will actually go down because of the pandemic. So that will depend from country to country. The harder hit, then the more it will come down. So I will urge all MDRT members and non-MDRT members, this is your best year ever to qualify as MDRT. If it's going to bring down to 25% or to 75% of the original qualification, it is your best year to qualify for court of the table, your best year to qualify for top of the table, or if you're an aspirant MDRT, your best year to qualify your first MDRT membership.
Okay, thank you. Now, gentlemen, we have got some questions, but these are all technical questions, nothing to do with your level of leadership. I think MDRT Malaysia will handle them on personal basis because these are about people who are having money and are not taking out. These are technical questions about sales, which we will handle. Meanwhile, I would just like to thank all of you, Mr. Ong, Mr. Leong, even Renan, for participating in this 1 hour session. Thank you so much for your support, and we really appreciate your help year in, year out. And I hope you'll continue giving your help. And meanwhile, if MDRT MCC Malaysia can be of any help, do let our country chair know. We are having a country chair who's 24/7 available. I think I'm right to say that. And meanwhile, Mr. Ong, again, thank you. Mr. Leong, thank you. Renan, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, guys. And remember something, please stay home, stay home, stay home, stay safe. Don't forget to contact your clients. They are waiting for you. Let's have a fantastic 2020. Remember what both the gentlemen said. This is a sunrise industry, and I will endorse it. It's a sunrise industry. Thank you, and have a great stay home session. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.